Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelts. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of The Show with No Name. I'm your teacher, Alberto Alonso, and it's an honor. Vamos a pronunciar esta palabra juntos. Honor. It's an honor. De hecho, vamos a ponerlo todo junto porque me gusta aprender las cosas en su contexto, in its natural habitat. It's an honor. Fijaos lo que ha pasado ahí. It's an honor. La N de an se une. Dilo tú conmigo. It's an honor. An honor. ¿Ves? Y si lo dices así, aunque suene raro, eso es como lo pronunciamos. No es it's an honor. La N se une. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here with you and a pleasure. And remember, if you like these shows, start spreading the news. Difunde la noticia, la palabra, to spread the news. Tell your friends that there's a good, fun, free way to learn English here with us. And the way that they'll see that you mean business, que vas en serio, is when they see that you are improving. So I'll say that as well. Keep up the great work. You, students, you are the ambassadors, los embajadores. When my students are out there in the real world and they're confident, okay, maybe they make mistakes. They're learning. We're all learning, right? But they're confident. They feel comfortable with the language. Well, that is the greatest thing you could ever ask for. But the only way you can get comfortable with something is by being familiar with it. So how are you familiar with it? Well, you have to be exposed to it. Thus, the program. You're exposed to English every day. I mean, you watch this show every day, right? 7 days a week, I hope so. Yeah, well, it's the only way to learn. Surround yourself with English, like, right? Rodearte, that's the word, rodeate. Sometimes I get confused with Spanish, but see, like I just told you, we're all learning. We're all making mistakes, but mistakes are blessings. Yeah, los errores son bendiciones. Why? Because then I know where I need to help you. Sé dónde tengo que atacar, dónde te tengo que ayudar. Si no hablas, si no cometes errores, if you don't leave your comfort zone, how can I help you? I don't know what your mistakes are. So leave your comfort zone, especially if you have a teacher. Your teacher will make sure they guide you in the right direction. You're in good hands. Decís lo mismo, estáis en buenas manos. And not just with me. With my friends. Remember, there are other shows on this channel to help you learn English. Check them out as well. Échales un vistazo también. Let's take a look at today's multiple choice challenge and we'll see if you know which one of these three examples is correct. Is it A, I'm thinking to go on a cruise? A, I'm thinking to go on a cruise. Does that sound correct to you? All right, I've got another one. B, I'm thinking go on a cruise. Sin el tú. I'm thinking go on a cruise. Or C, I'm thinking about going on a cruise. Ahí hay más palabra, ¿eh? La C, I'm thinking about going on a cruise. All right, which one is it? Did you say C? Good job. Yeah, it's C. Now, we don't say I'm thinking to do something. It's I'm thinking about doing something. El infinitivo lo usamos con I'm planning to do something. All right? I'm planning to go there next year. Pero es un poco diferente. I'm planning to es lo tengo escrito, lo tengo hecho. I'm thinking about going there es me lo estoy pensando. Right? No lo sé todavía. Cuidado con esto, because I've heard a lot of people mix up think and its prepositions. ¿Cuántas veces me han dicho, Alberto, I was thinking in that? No, pensando en eso. I was thinking about that. So, I'm thinking about going. Lo mismo que os digo con listen. No te aprendas el verbo listen sin el to. No te aprendas el wait sin el for. Porque van juntos. They go together. So learn them together. And the same with this one. I'm thinking about más el gerundio. Make a list. Hazte una lista de todas las cosas. I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about doing that. Y luego hazte una lista con las cosas que ya tienes planificadas. I'm planning to go to the circus. I'm planning to go on a cruise.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme.
Hello and welcome to our homophone section here on the show with no name. As always, we're going to take a look at words that might sound the same. Puede que suenen igual, or they might not. I want you to tell me. Let's see if you're first familiar with these words. And as with many examples we look at, they usually have more than one meaning. So some of these words you could see in a future double trouble, right? Fijaos cómo pronuncio la palabra future. No es future, future. Future, nature, natural, creature, statue. ¿Ves algún patrón? Eso es. La T y la U en medio de una palabra. That's right. All right, so let's look at our first word. The first word is crucero. I know you know this word. O sea, Tomás Crucero, Top Gun, su apellido. All right. So, crucero. También significa moverse sin esfuerzo. ¿Ok? Piensa lo que hace un crucero. Evidentemente tiene esfuerzo, tiene motores grandes, pero te da la sensación que está medio en ralentí, ¿no? Sin mucho esfuerzo, moviéndose tranquilamente, right? A la misma velocidad. De hecho, hay una función de los coches que si pones esto control, se queda en esa velocidad. ¿Ok? So you see the idea, como siempre, estamos viendo ideas más que palabras. ¿Ok? The first word. I know you're familiar with the word. Again, because everybody knows this famous guy, Tom. La pregunta es, ¿sabes cómo se pronuncia? Bueno, porque he oído mucha gente decir cruise, right? Cruise. No, not cruise. I can give you a clue right now. It's not cruise. Okay. The second one, tripulaciones. También puede ser equipos, tripulaciones. Are you familiar with that word? All right, well, let's say both words. There are a lot of crews on a cruise. Do they sound the same? There are a lot of crews, tripulaciones, on a cruise. Y fijaos en la preposición, on a cruise, porque es un barco. We're on a boat. Have you ever gone on a cruise? Did you see a lot of crews? Es verdad, tienen muchas tripulaciones, porque hay mucha gente y hay muchas cosas. It's a floating city. Y claro, el actor, Tom Cruise. Ahora, ¿quieres saber la parte súper graciosa? ¿No estuvo él con Penélope Cruz? No, estuvieron juntos un tiempo. Pues en inglés se pronuncian sus nombres igual. Tom Cruise and Penélope Cruz. Yeah, yo sé que es Cruz, pero te estoy diciendo cómo se pronuncia a la americana. So, al final, sus nombres, sus apellidos en inglés americano son homófonos.
You're joking.
Hello, amigos, and welcome to You're Joking here on the show with no name. Let's take a look at today's joke, and we'll see if you get it. All right, so, did you hear about, muchos chistes empiezan así. Did you hear about, or have you heard the one about, did you hear about the red cruise ship and the blue cruise ship that crashed into each other at sea? Remember, chocar is to crash. Entonces, ¿qué significa choke? To choke es atragantarse. Careful, it's a false friend. We don't say they choked, sino they crashed. También crash es presentarse en un sitio sin invitación. I can't believe you crashed the party. You weren't invited. So it could be a good double trouble in the future. Stay tuned. All right, so did you hear that? Yeah, there was a red cruise ship and a blue cruise ship, and they crashed into each other at sea, right? En el mar. The thing is, all the survivors were marooned. No? You don't get it? Well, maroon, it's a color. No, not marrón. Hablando de false friends. Marrón is brown. Maroon, bueno, hay un grupo muy famoso que se llama Maroon 5. Seguro que te suena. This love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. This love. Y de esa canción, ese temazo, aprendemos to take its toll. Pasar factura. We say peaje. This love has taken its toll on me. Este amor me ha pasado factura. By Maroon 5. Yeah, granate o vermellón, if you call it. It's a color, it's like a mix. It's a reddish blue. Okay? De ahí viene el they were marooned. Pero entonces, ¿cuál es el otro significado? Well, to be marooned is to be lost at sea, right? To be lost at sea, you're marooned, right? Abandonado, right? We use this word a lot when we're talking about maybe like a deserted island, una isla desierta. All the passengers were marooned, okay? A la deriva, derivados, right? This means that they were abandoned. So do you get it now? What happened when the blue cruise ship and the red cruise ship crashed? All the survivors were marooned. Okay, it wasn't my greatest joke. Hey amigos, how's it going? As you know, I love ships. What are those? Naves. Any kind of ships. You have ships on the sea. You have airships, right? So spaceships, naves espaciales. Yeah, I just love anything with engines, anything that moves. I love ships, especially cruise ships. And this past year, I went on my first cruise ever with my wife and my daughter. And ever since then, I've been obsessed. Yeah, I'm that kind of personality. When I find a topic I like, I go crazy. I read up on it. Do you know this one? To read up on, apunta. To read up on something es leer todo sobre algo, estudiar, investigar sobre algo. So now, ever since I've been on a cruise, I read up on it a lot about the industry, about new cruise ships, about the technology, the engineering, and I looked up some figures. Busqué algunas cifras. And in 2024, how many passengers, pasajeros, how many passengers do you think embarked on cruises? ¿Te suena la palabra? Embarcar? Aha! You can say to board, right? We're going to board now, pero quería usar embark para que veas que no somos tan diferentes. So how many people do you think boarded a cruise or embarked on a cruise? Fijaos, el embark se emplea con la preposición, right? Y el otro no. So, eso es algo que hay que tener en cuenta siempre. No solo la palabra, pero si va con una preposición o no. All right, take a guess. Adivina. 36 million people boarded a cruise, embarked on a cruise in the year 2024. And this market is growing every day. How do I know it? Well, we went on the Disney cruise line. And I can tell you right now, they have 3 ships that are being built. O sea, se están construyendo 3 naves más as we speak right now. What does that mean? Supply and demand, oferta y demanda. So obviously there's a demand if they're making 3 new ships, and that's just one company. Well, the global cruise market is expected to expand, te suena la palabra, ¿no? 9.29%. Fijaos, no he dicho coma. En español es coma, en inglés punto. 9.29% from the year 2023 to the year 2027. So that is a growing industry. It seems like things are going really well. It seems like smooth sailing. Hablando de estar en el mar. Smooth sailing significa que todo va de viento en popa.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Double trouble.
Hello, amigos, and welcome to Triple Trouble. What? I guarantee you just did a triple take. Do you know what a triple take is? Pues primero te enseño que es un double take. A double take is this. Ready? You look twice. ¿No? No te crees algo y miras 2 veces. That's called a double take. Pues acabáis de hacer un... What? Triple take. That's right. All right. I think you can handle it. Creo que podéis con ello. Tenéis que usar la misma palabra 3 veces. All right. This is not for the faint of heart. Esto no es apto para cardíacos, amigos. Only for English superstars. Let's see if you can figure it out. El barco partirá cuando atardezca. Así que pon la alarma. ¿Ok? El barco partirá o saldrá cuando atardezca. ¿Ok? Y la segunda parte, perdona. Así que pon la alarma. All right, vamos por partes. Let's do it here. We'll break it down into pieces. How do we say pon la alarma? Put the alarm? No. No es put the alarm. Put on the alarm? Se entendería, pero realmente no se usaría. ¿Qué si te digo que es set the alarm? Eso es. Lo bueno del verbo set, ¿sabes cómo se conjuga? Every day I set the alarm. Yesterday I set the alarm. Lately I've set the alarm. Fácil. O sea, la única vez que cambia la palabra set es cuando es en tercera persona. He sets the alarm. El resto del tiempo, en pasado, en presente perfecto, siempre es set. Qué bueno, me encanta cuando es tan fácil. Ok, so la última parte es so set your alarm. Así que pon la alarma. The first part. The ship will set off, eso es, to set off or to set sail. Te puedes usar cualquiera de esas dos. Lo importante ahí es el set. So the ship will set off or set sail when the sun sets. Seguro que te suena Sunset Boulevard. Pues ahí lo tienes. The sun rises in the morning and the sun sets in the evening. So, the ship will set off or set sail when the sun sets. So set your alarm. And I hope your alarm goes off. ¿Qué? ¿Que apaga? No. Apúntate esta porque esta engaña mucho. If your alarm goes off, significa que suena. No significa que se apaga. All right? Practice, because practice makes, say it, perfect.
The totally native saying of the day. And it goes a little something like this.
Hey amigos, it's time for the totally native saying of the day. And I love this one. You know why? Because it rhymes. Me encanta cuando riman las expresiones. Yeah, well, it makes it easier to remember, right? Every time I hear an expression in Spanish or in English and it rhymes, I don't know, it just rolls off your tongue. Que es una expresión que significa, se dice con facilidad. The expression is, you're cruising for a bruising. Y fijaos, americanos, no usamos la G del gerundio. Yeah, we're not using it. Yeah, nos comemos la G. ¿Por qué? Porque nos cuesta la vida ponerlo. You're cruising for a bruising. No es ni natural. Yo diría, you're cruising for a bruising. And to cruise is to move in kind of at the same speed. And a bruising, a bruise es un moratón. O sea, te la estás buscando. And in English, we don't say you're looking for it. Hay otra forma de decirlo, and we say you're asking for it. Nosotros decimos lo estás pidiendo en vez de te lo estás buscando. You're asking for it, man. You're cruising for a bruising. Y ya cuando le ha pasado algo, we say you had it coming. Lo tenías ya buscado. Tú te lo estabas buscando. You had it coming, man. You shouldn't have treated her that way.
Lights, camera, action verbs.
Hey, amigos, I'm trying to figure out what activity I should do, because there are a lot of activities to do on a cruise. You don't have to get bored. So I'm thinking, should I go to the pool? Or maybe I should play some pool. What? Well, to go to the pool, you know that one, right? Ir a la piscina. Now, he oído muchos alumnos decir, the swimming pool. No hace falta decir swimming. The pool. ¿Y qué es to play pool, entonces? To play pool es jugar al billar. Hey, it's a good double trouble. Do you want to play pool or do you want to go to the pool? Well, we have time to do both. We're on a cruise here. Yeah. De hecho, otra expresión que tenemos, this is a pleasure cruise. Esto es pan comido. Esto es fácil. No me cuesta nada. I'll tell you what, though. I think I want to go to the pool. Yeah, because I want to take a dip. Do you know this? Darme un chapuzón. I want to take a dip, and they've got an awesome water slide. Do you know the word water slide? Tobogán. And how do you say deslizar? To slide. Are you serious? Pues there's an easy way to remember it. I'm going to slide down the water slide. And after I go in the pool, I'm going to play some pool.
Name that movie.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime. This is how I know you go. You know the movie? I think so. Well, if you don't, I'll give you another clue. I'm king of the world. Now you have to know the movie. All right, one more clue. Careful, there's an iceberg. Ahora tienes que saberlo. I'm talking about Titanic. You guys say Titanic, right? We say Titanic. O sea, se escribe igual, pero la pronunciación no es igual. And whether you like this movie or not, I've got to say the special effects are awesome. The love story, well, it's not my cup of tea. No es lo mío, but I love special effects in a movie, especially when you can't see them, cuando no las ves. The problem is when you say, oh, look at that, that's green screen. Eso se ha hecho en croma. That's not good. We don't want to know about the special effects. We want to be lost in the movie. And I think James Cameron did that really well. Let's take a look at a scene from this classic movie. Well, modern classic. Jack says, as he's leaning on the railing, okay, apoyándose en la barandilla ahí. He's leaning on the railing, and he's waving to people as the Titanic sets off, to set sail, empezar su viaje. And he's saying, goodbye, goodbye. And Fabrizio says, you know somebody? ¿Conoces a alguien? And Jack says, of course not. Claro que no. That's the point. De eso va. Eso es la idea. The point en este caso es la idea. He says, goodbye, I'll miss you, os echaré de menos. And Fabrizio says, goodbye, I'm never going to forget you. Because he thought, well, this is a good idea. I'm going to pretend I know these people too.
It's time for the multiple choice challenge.
Hello and welcome to today's multiple choice challenge. I've got 3 examples for you and only one of these examples is correct. Can you figure out, averiguar, can you figure out which one it is? A, he will go on date tomorrow. A, he will go on date tomorrow. Y lo podemos contraer. He'll go on date tomorrow. Does that sound right? What about B? He'll go on a date tomorrow. La B. He'll go on a date tomorrow. Or C. He'll be on date tomorrow. La C. He'll be on date tomorrow. We'll take a look at the answer tomorrow.